All right, let's begin. Call to order.
Okay, Commissioner Dodge,
Here.
Commissioner Lieberman,
Here.
Commissioner Rice.
Here. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our county engineer, Paul Gruner.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, Administrator, ladies and gentlemen. We have quite a few items today. The first is Resolution 22-237 to authorize an agreement with Brumbach Construction, Inc. for the Air Hill Road Bridge Reconstruction Project in Perry Township at their lowest and best bid of $355,537 through May 12th of 2023. 238 is to authorize a certain street located in the Whinstone Plat, Section 5, Washington Township, is satisfactory for placement in the Washington Township road system, to release the subdivider's contract and reduce the performance bond to a 10% maintenance bond. 239 is to accept the cash bond and subdivider's contract for the Trails of Saddle Creek, Section 13 in Washington Township in the amount of $237,974.35. 240 is to authorize the closing of Rip Rap Road between Needmore Road and Birch Drive, lasting approximately 3 weeks for a water main repair. And then we have some agreements to amend. The first is 241, performance site development for the Alex Bell Road and Paragon Road intersection improvement in Washington Township by adding $7,309.67 to the original amount for a revised total of $281,037.50. 242 is with DLZ Ohio, Inc. for the North Gettysburg Road Bridge Rehabilitation Project in the city of Dayton by adding $231,000 to the original amount for a revised total of $336,546.18. That's to proceed into the detailed design on that project. 243 is with Barge Design Solutions, Inc. for the road reconstruction project in Harrison Township by adding $22,000 to the original amount for a revised total of $666,640. And then we have several resolutions to revise prima facie speed limits in accordance with Section 4511.21 of the Ohio Revised Code. 241 is Peters Pike from the Union Corporation limit located approximately 3,200 feet south of Leitner Road to the North County Line Road in Butler Township. 245 is Leitner Road from Peters Pike to North Dixie Drive in Butler Township. And 246 is Old Springfield Road from the Union Corporation limit to located approximately 370 feet east of Union Air Park Boulevard to the Union Corporation line located approximately 528 feet east of Dogleg Road in Butler Township. And we have two permissive tax fund resolutions. The first is 247, the City of Dayton for the 2020 asphalt resurfacing for major thoroughfares project in the amount of $633,708.54. And 248 is for the City of Dayton for the 2021 asphalt resurfacing for major thoroughfares project in the amount of $246,946.72. And we have one late item. 292 is to authorize the closing of Philadelphia Drive between Tributary Drive and Frederick Pike, lasting for approximately 275 days for a bridge rehabilitation. We usually don't make these emergency, except that in this case, the contractor proposed a different way of constructing, which meant he could start earlier, which meant we had to get the trees removed at an earlier time. We have to start immediately. So that's why it's late this time.
Okay, move to approve. Second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. County Sheriff.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under the County Sheriff, we have Resolution 249 authorizing the purchase of 8 2021 Dodge Chargers from Grieve Chrysler Jeep Dodge, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $224,392. Resolution 250 authorizing a memorandum of understanding with the Bureau of Investigations to formalize a relationship in order to create maximum cooperation when investigating terrorism and to reimburse the sheriff's officers for overtime worked on the Joint Terrorism Task Force. We have 2 authorization of memorandum of understanding for the support and the development of a crisis intervention team, CIT, through December 31st, 2022. Resolution 251, Eastway Behavioral Healthcare, at a cost not to exceed $125,000. Resolution 252, South Community, Inc., at a cost not to exceed $76,576.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
And I just wanted to say on 251 and 252, I'm really happy to see that we're able to do that and support the sheriff in that way, because we know that crisis intervention is something that we're going to hear more and more about. So I'm really happy that this sheriff's able to do this.
Absolutely, Commissioners. This has been something that they've been working on for some time, so thank you for your support.
All right. Common Pleas Court.
Under the Common Pleas Court, we have 2 authorization agreements. Resolution 253, Cobra Systems, to provide 13 wall-mounted video kiosks, 2 virtual court hardware packages, a 5-year maintenance agreement, and a 5-year software license agreement in an amount not to exceed $118,925. We also have Resolution 254, Justice AV Solutions, to provide courtroom audiovisual equipment maintenance services in an amount not to exceed $52,155 through June 30th, 2022, with an option to extend.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. The Auditor's Office.
Under the Auditor's Office, we have 4 authorization purchases. Resolution 255, Mythix, Inc., for Oracle software support and maintenance services for the Data Processing Department in an amount not to exceed $185,947.77 through August 31st, 2023. Resolution 256, M&J Technologies, for computer server equipment and software for the Data Processing Department in an amount not to exceed $65,123.40 through December 31st, 2022. Resolution 257, Axway, for email managing software in an amount not to exceed $3,300. And Resolution 258, Axway, for network service equipment and software in an amount not to exceed $4,000.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
County Coroner.
Under the County Coroner, we have Resolution 259, authorizing an agreement with the Clark County Board of County Commissioners for autopsy services in an amount not to exceed $264,000 for calendar year 2022.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. County Administrator.
Under the County Administrator, under the Clerk's Office, we have approved the minutes of the meeting on February 8th, 2022. Resolution 260, approval of bills, and Resolution 261, approval of travel and expenses. Both those lists are available in the Clerk's Office.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Administrative Services, Tyler.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We have a handful of resolutions for your consideration today. The first of which is 262. This is the approval of personnel actions. This list is available in the Clerk's Office. 263 amends Resolution Number 22-0171, which authorized the purchase from Ken's Truck Repair Incorporated of 5 2023 Titan refuse tipper trailers by adding the purchase of 5 tarps for an additional $75,735 for an amended amount of $299,131.25. Resolution 264 extends the price agreement with Adam Dwyer Funeral Trade Incorporated for body removal services for the Coroner's Office through January 31st of 2023. 265 authorizes the relinquishment of unclaimed funds currently in the custody of the Ohio Department of Commerce, Division of Unclaimed Funds, to Merchant Security in the amount of $9,705.30. 266 submits a grant to the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services for the Responsible Fatherhood Month grant to provide resources for the Montgomery County Fatherhood Initiative. 267 requests bids for law enforcement vehicle equipment for the Sheriff's Office. 268 requests proposals for architectural services to conduct an existing conditions survey program development, formulate designs, develop plans, construction bid documents and specifications, and assist in construction, administration, and observation for the Corner Crime Lab Dryden Road renovation project for the Facilities Management Department. The next two resolutions authorize change orders. The first is 269 with Becker Construction Incorporated for the Office of Emergency Management relocation project by adding $144,300 to the original amount for a revised total of $754,600 and extending the date through July 31st of 2022. And last is 270 with Ohio Valley AV, contractor for the audiovisual equipment and installation for the Office of Emergency Management relocation project by adding $25,866.84 to the original amount for a revised total of $264,127.55.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Environmental Services, Matt Hillard.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. For Environmental Services, we have Resolution 271, authorize an escrow agreement with U.S. Bank N.A. regarding retaining funds arising out of a contract with Alleman Chudy Construction LLC for construction of the sanitary conveyance and treatment improvements Western Regional Project. Resolution 272, accept the performance bond for the Washington Glen Development Section 4 in the amount of $348,660. Resolution 273, accept the subdividers contract from Ober Land Developers LTD for the Deer Valley Development Section 2. Resolution 274, reauthorize an agreement with Strand Associates, Inc. for preparation of detailed construction plans and supplemental specifications for the Erosion Control 2 project by extending the date through June 30th, 2023. The following four are to authorize agreements. First is Resolution 275 with Synesis Construction Company for construction of the Habitat and Summit Med Lift Station and Force Main Replacement Project at their lowest and best bid of $3,447,847 through December 31st, 2023. Resolution 276 with Brown and Caldwell for consulting services for the Stillwater Lift Station and Force Main Replacement Project at a cost not to exceed $9,751 through December 31st, 2022. Resolution 277 with Double J Construction, Inc. for construction of the Centerville Station Water Main Replacement Project at their lowest and best bid of $233,618 through November 11th, 2022. Resolution 278 with Kinnison Excavating, Inc. for construction of the Erosion Control Phase 2 Site 14 project at their lowest and best bid of $273,955 through December 31st, 2022. The next two are to authorize sponsorship agreements for participation in the Water Resource Restoration Sponsor Program as part of the Water Pollution Control Loan Fund Program. Resolution 279 is with Appalachia, Ohio Alliance, and Resolution 280 with the Metro Park District of the Toledo area. And the final two resolutions are to accept easement deeds for sanitary sewer lines in connection with the development of Centerville Terrace, Lot 3, and record the same. First is Resolution 281 with David J. Parker, and the last one is Resolution 282 with Oaks Family Limited Partnership.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Human Services, Tom Kelly.
Thank you. I have two items this afternoon. 283 will authorize the Family and Children First Council's endorsement of the combined funding application process established for core, general, frail, elderly, and homeless and housing services, and authorize the clerk to advertise the public notice and issue a combined funding application for any and all health and human or social services for county residents funded from the Supported Services Fund. And then 284 will authorize an amendment to accept additional supplemental funding from the Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities in the amount of $10,000 for state fiscal year 2022 to provide early intervention services for infants and toddlers with disabilities ages birth through 2 years.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Business Services, Chris Williams.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Under Workforce Development, Resolution 285, amend the 2020-2021 sub-grant agreement with the Area 7 Greater Ohio Workforce Board and the Area 7 Chief Elected Officials Consortium to include and specify the terms and provisions of the Reemployment Services and Eligibility Assessments RESIA program.
Okay, I'm going to take roll.
Okay, yeah, move to.
Commissioner
approve.
Dodge? Oh,
I second.
Commissioner Dodge?
Yes.
Commissioner Rice?
Yes.
Commissioner Lieberman?
Abstain.
Okay, let's go on now. Chris? can go
Thank you,
on.
Commissioners. Resolution 0286, authorizing an agreement with Dayton Miami Valley AFL-CIO to provide job readiness basic skills workshop for employable adults in an amount not to exceed $40,000 through December 31st, 2022, with an option to extend. And under Community and Economic Development, authorize economic development government equity agreements 0287, City of Kettering for the Starwind Industries project in an amount not to exceed $150,000 or 1.52% of the total project cost, whichever is less. Resolution 0288, Miami Township for the Textum OPCO LLC project in an amount not to exceed $145,000 or 3.07% of the total project cost, whichever is less. 0289, Miami Township for the HPC Fire Inspired project in an amount not to exceed $10,000 or 8.81% of the total project cost, whichever is less. And finally, 0290, City of Union for the Project Bolt Titan project in an amount not to exceed $500,000 or 0.03125% of the total project cost, whichever is less.
Move to approve, and these were all great projects.
Yes, they are.
With their edge.
I'll second that.
Yeah.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And on behalf of the county commissioners, we have Resolution 291, which is to appoint Ivy Glover to the Human Services Levy Council through December 31st, 2025.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And now we have comments by citizens, and we do have one citizen, Jesse Burchett. Please come forward and state your name and address. And you have, is it 3 minutes?
Well, for the sake of time, I guess, land bank, I have some questions about the land bank on Clarity. I bought purchase houses through that. Someone said that program's suspended and that it's not coming back. That's what I was told by the department, and that they were gonna transfer to demolishing the property. If someone could get back with me about that issue, because that's what I was told. I'm just trying to go through this quick. Also, community action. I own 26 properties. I have a lot of tenants that need assistance sometimes. I have called for over a year and a half there and left probably 70 messages. Not one has been returned to me. And I have a current tenant that I've been paying an electric bill for a year and a half. Terry Wakefield, I came to Ms. Lieberman's office. I've left no less than 10 messages for a return call. I have not gotten that yet. Mr. Wakefield is just trying to get an electric issue cleared up that you have to go through community action to get it done. I would like someone to call me back on that as well, or call him. The other thing, the water department, Montgomery County Water Department, I buy some properties that have water bills, large bills on them, and during the pandemic, I was one of those people that got stuck with about 5 of these bills. It follows the property in Ohio, it doesn't find the individual, so you have to pay it in order to rent it out again. I have called that office 30 times, and all it is you're treated like a collection problem and not someone trying to resolve it. I'd like someone to have a meeting within that department, if possible. And then the other thing was, what did I write down there?
You had Community Action, Land Bank, Landlord Resources, and Water Company.
Yeah, the resource, what's happened with me is you had this money available to go back on those bills. It's taken so long to get a response. I think that's expired. Some of those resources, as far as I could put in, hey, I didn't have this bill, this person charged this, I had to evict them. One of the problems was if you were a landlord, you didn't get PP money most of the time. county wasn't open, the local city government wasn't open, so these people would move other individuals in. I have very large water bills from all of this, so eventually when you got them out, I'm stuck with these large bills, and I need someone to call me back about this, to have show me some interest, if there's any resources still available for me to recapture some of my money. Because I'm one of those people that lost like $80-some thousand from the damages and stuff. That's really it.
Okay.
Sir, I'd like to just to give you some quick notes. Number one, the land bank is still opening and still functioning. And we'll have your information from what you gave Emily, so we'll have somebody from the land bank contact you.
Yeah, I just want to know that the programs that were in place prior to all this,
Yeah.
are they coming back because they've been suspended? Because I was told that you're going to tear down the houses, which just makes no sense at
Right.
all.
So make sure your cell phone number or contact number
Sheet,
is on
yeah.
that sheet.
My address is Greene County, but I own 20 properties in Montgomery. That's
Okay.
why it's not on there. I can provide it.
Your other issue, Community Action Partnership is a separate non-for-profit. It's not ran by Montgomery County.
I get that, but
Yeah.
I went to Mrs. Lieber's office, Amy. She said she'd contact them, send them an email. I need to know where to go to. You literally can knock on the door. You can't get anybody to return a call there.
Yeah.
You have all these resources, and you can't get availability to them.
So we'll check into that, but I just want you to be aware, it's a
Sure,
separate
that's fine.
organization outside of the
I'm
county.
here because I don't know where to go.
Okay, yeah, we're trying to help you. We're trying to
I know-
get you
I
the
know
right
that.
direction.
You can
And
tell I'm
also on
frustrated.
the water, Matt's here. We're gonna have environmental services contact you. However, just make sure the parcels that you're talking about are within county, not the city of Dayton. Okay.
I've talked to him in the past.
Okay,
probably
good.
3 years ago.
Okay,
I just need a face-to-face, because what happened was I had some questions, and I'll forward it to you, all it did was, the response was, yeah, we talked to Jesse.
Yeah.
And that was the response.
Right.
Nothing about what I asked about or anything.
so if we can help you with your issues,
Sure.
keep in mind, we will. So
Sure.
we're gonna use your contact to try to get a hold of you on these issues,
Sure.
okay? Thank you, sir.
You got it.
Thank you, and thank you
Have a
for
good day.
bringing it to our attention.
All right. Now, comments by the county administrator.
Thank you, Commissioners. Our Ohio Means Jobs, Montgomery County is hosting a construction job fair tomorrow from noon to 4 at the Montgomery County Job Center. Now, keep in mind, for those of you out there that traditionally go to our construction fair, this year it's going to be at the Job Center. There's been times when we've had it at the Convention Center before, so I want to put emphasis on it being at the Job Center, located at 1111 South Edwin C. Moses Boulevard in Dayton. Many employers, and I say many employers because we have talked to employers from around the county, have open positions, and we'll be hiring on the spot at this event. Participants are encouraged to bring several copies of their resume with their contact information. Also, if you can, pre-register, visit the jobcenter.org/job fair. Again, the jobcenter.org/job fair. Montgomery County offers many services for adult and youth job seekers, as well as employers. We also offer workforce training grants to qualified individuals so that we can help you, get the training you need and also develop your resume and help you to find out more services. So please, if you can, go to the jobcenter.org and pre-register for the event, and if not, just show up on the spot and we'll have employers ready for you. Also, Commissioner, I'd like to say that our own Mary Zola, Mary, you want to stand up and say hi? She does not.
Mary's like, what are you
It is Mary's birthday. It was her birthday yesterday, I think it was. So happy birthday, Mary.
Birthday, Mary.
We are so blessed to have Mary as our assistant clerk, and she does a phenomenal job. She's excellent with this technology stuff. I don't know how she does it, but she helps Emily keep us rolling, so we're blessed to have her on our team. So, Mary, I hope you enjoyed your day. Happy birthday.
Yeah, she was really happy that we gave her the day off, and the whole country had the day off just because of her birthday.
Yep.
So we try to do little things like that, so, thanks, Mary, happy birthday.
get me. I'm gonna pay for this.
I know.
You are, Michael.
Well, I want to give a shout out and congratulate Dr. Michelle Pierce Mobley, Director of our Stillwater Center. Now, she is a winner of the International Academy of Digital Arts and Sciences Anthem Awards. She wrote and produced a film called An Examination of the Dream. It won the Bronze Award in the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion category. Now, Nike's Critical Race Theory won the gold in that same category, so she is in some very good company. Now, we're very happy for the multi-talented Dr. Pierce Mobley, and we're proud that she is a part of our leadership team. So congratulations.
Absolutely. I'm going to have to watch that. You said it's on YouTube, right?
She sent out a link on it. I forget
Yeah.
what it's
Okay.
on, but
Okay.
we have the link.
Okay.
She told me she's going to remember all of us when she's in Hollywood.
Yeah, I bet.
Good, getting her first Oscar, all right. Well, last week, Commissioner Rice and I were fortunate to be in DC, and I say that, fortunate to be in DC, right? Kind of funny, but we were.
Yes.
Actually, the House was not in session, so we were good. That was a joke. So the NACO, National Association of Counties officials, has their legislative conference there every February, sometimes March. And we really like going to that conference because it's where we find out so much that's going on, especially at the beginning of a year. We were really, really fortunate this year to have so many different speakers from the administration, including the president.
In person.
In person, yeah. And it was, the information that we received from NACO is always incredible. You can go online and see so much, but when you're there and you're in conversations and you're in sessions and asking questions and learning, I think Carolyn and I maybe now have the whole ARPA bill memorized, but close. But you know, I've been fortunate to be on the board for NACO for probably 5 years now and chaired Human Services. And so Human Services and the board work and the large urban counties are in child care and preschool and health are all those things that I kind of focus on. But Carolyn, you want to talk about what you're working on now over there?
Right. I am working a lot on mental health issues, and honestly, of all ages, but especially in the criminal justice system. And you know that that is one of the great issues, not only we, but across the nation are facing. So well, the value of it is to also know that we're not alone. This is a pretty universal issue, but also seeing different ways that different communities have tackled it, and you know, trying to steal and copy the best ideas and see if we can make them work for us here. So you really walk away inspired in a lot of ways. But it's for not just jail. Honestly, there was things for small children. I walked away realizing the importance and shared with my family the importance of the arts and music and whatever your child, you know, responds to, that the arts can have such an impact on all ages, but to really, you know, children are suffering from the isolation. So I could go on and on, but we learned a lot.
You can, because there's just so much. It's so broad that there's no way we can cover it all. But when you talk about the arts, one that came up and I think stood out to me as one of the most meaningful sessions I was in was I'm on the Arts Commission that they have, and they had a young man that'd been out of prison for 2 months. And Carolyn and I were at a luncheon where he spoke, and he did
Poetry.
Spoken word poetry, but he wrote a book, compiled poems while he was in prison, and it was just really, really powerful, moving. I'd love for us to get him here for a fatherhood event. I already talked to Mike about it. Not you, Mike, the other Mike about it. Okay, good. Now I'm talking to you about it. But, you know, it's so, like Carolyn said, it's just so much, but the National Association of Counties has really had counties' backs for the last, during all of the COVID, and, you know, they fought hard when the CARES dollars came out. They fought hard to make sure that counties got what they needed. And then with the ARPA dollars, too, they fought real hard for us. Because actually, originally, it was just going to go to cities. And somebody said, hello, you have over 3,000 counties in the United States that have different issues in their cities. So it was good. Paul was there as well, and Paul, of course, he goes a little bit of a different track than we do, but you have any comments about infrastructure?
Sure, yeah, infrastructure, roads and bridges in particular, but the number of sessions that covered the whole broad range of infrastructure. And we actually had the Secretary of Transportation there as well. And I made some good contacts for some grants I'm thinking of pursuing under the new transportation funding. So yeah, it's a great conference.
I think for us, one of the things is, there's so much money coming to,
Once in a lifetime.
yeah, once in a lifetime money, coming from all different directions, whether it's infrastructure, whether it's ARPA, other, broadband dollars. And there was a panel of the administration officials, and they kind of were like, well, we can help you figure out which bucket you need to pull from, because it's so broad, and I think it's going to take us a little while longer to know exactly, infrastructure, not just roads, but also sewer and water, and where will all these things come from. So, John, I'm looking at you to figure it all out for us. And just, yeah, that John. Yeah, that you, John. No, I mean, it's big, but again, I think we can all benefit from reading everything. And I brought home a half a suitcase full, because I like to touch things and read them, not just online. So I've got all kinds of, I've got the infrastructure, I've got the ARPA, I've got everything. And one thing I was able to do last week, because I'm one of the two appointees from CCAO on NACO, I was able to take it back to our board meeting last week and share a lot of that with them. Nothing surprising, I don't think, but it was just nice to hear different perspectives from the administration. And the president was funny, he said, well, what do you all think? I had everybody come speak to you. And that was almost true. I think almost every department, cabinet level was represented, whether it was by the secretary or by undersecretaries. So it was good. It was definitely a good event. It was nice that it was in person, because so many of the things have been. Yeah, the first time we did hybrid last year, but yeah, so it's all good.
Well, and then, I mean, you've certainly covered the subject, but President Biden was his first elected official was as they didn't call him commissioners, county councilman.
Yeah.
So you can obviously tell he relates and he has some good jokes.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a wonderful experience, and of course it was a long weekend. It was President's Day weekend, and for anyone who was out shopping and you bought appliances, you just might have a lot of styrofoam left over, as well as the boxes. Don't throw the styrofoam in the trash, please, please. We are having, our Environmental Services Department is partnering with the City of Huber Heights this time, and Eco Development out of Mason on April 23rd, so the day after Earth Day, to hold another styrofoam recycling event at the Rose Music Center's parking lot from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So save all of your styrofoam. We don't want it in the landfill. We want it to be repurposed. But also, I always say, don't bring your food containers, because those are contaminated, unfortunately, and they won't accept those. So our January event was amazing. It was far larger than the year before because it's catching on. And in January, we collected nearly 5,500 pounds of styrofoam.
Wow.
So it's making a dent. I also wanted to mention that this Friday, February 25th, is International Stand Up to Bullying Day. And that takes place in schools, workplaces, and organizations in 25 countries around the world, and that also is a problem in every community. So if you want to make a public stance about your support of stopping bullying, wear a pink shirt. And the pink shirt is because two of the original organizers, it was in honor of someone who had been bullied because they wore a pink shirt. So that's how silly it can be. So this Friday, February 25th, wear a pink shirt and show your support for stopping bullying. And I think there's something else happening on February 25th. I think it's someone else's birthday.
Yeah.
It would
That's right.
be
No, that
our.
would be you, Michael.
So, Mary, you're not alone in being
February
publicly,
birthdays.
congratulated for another year.
I was gonna sneak out, too.
Happy
Yep.
birthday, Michael.
So
Happy
happy
birthday.
Well, thank you.
birthday in advance,
Thank
Michael.
you. I finally hit 50, and I'm
I thought you were hitting 60. I thought it was the big
I
6-0.
haven't hit 6 yet. I got a little wave.
I
there.
know you did. I'm
Every
kidding.
day feels like
Kidding.
a year.
Very
sometimes.
funny.
I know.
But anyways.
Thank you, Commissioners.
You're welcome, you're welcome. So that is all we have today. Our next meeting will be Tuesday, March 1st, 2022, at 1:30 PM. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
That meeting will be remote.
Oh, okay, it will be via
Yeah. Just
virtual. So
I know.
you will still be able to
Virtual.
see it.
I mean, remote.
Facebook.
Virtual, yeah.
Yes, all right.
Okay, I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned.